If you listen to Coach Belichick talks, every time he talks about it will be in the Hall of Fame. Coach Belichick hasn't said anything bad about an opposing player, and this is what coaches normally do. They don't want to add fuel to someone's fire, and guys get motivated, especially when coaches or players talk about them in a negative light. It fuels their fire. They go out there, and not that they need that, but it's just something about someone that coaches the game, playing the game, or that has played the game, fuels and motivates a player like you wouldn't believe. And if you just look at the last 2 weeks, he played two of his best games. He played against the Chargers, might have been his best game. In the last game of the regular season against the Jets, he played unbelievable. But when we critique, analyze, or judge an all-time great, that's what Tom Brady is. He's an all-time great. He is a pantheon, a transcendent figure. You measure him against a younger Tom Brady. You don't measure him against today's quarterbacks. You don't measure him against the other great quarterbacks that's currently playing. That's not how you measure him. That's not how we measure other great players. We measure them against them younger selves. Tom Brady was 18th in completion percentage, 13th in yards per attempt, 10th in touchdowns, 9th in QBR. Is that Tom Brady-esque?
Yes.
Did he fall off a cliff? No, he's not Blake Bortles. He could probably be 48 and be better than Blake Bortles. But if you compare him to what we're used to seeing, this isn't Tom Brady. Tom Brady is normally top 3 in quarterback as far as touchdown passes. He's top 5 in QBR. He's normally top 5 or 6 in completion percentage. So this is not the, is he good? Yes, still a great quarterback. But when you measure him against a younger self, we've seen it. A 35-year-old or a 30-year-old Tom Brady is not taking a sack right before the half when they don't have a timeout. That Tom Brady isn't doing that. A 30-year-old Tom Brady is not flinching in the pocket. He's not missing Chris Hogan when he's wide open in the end zone. That Tom Brady isn't doing that. So, look, I commend Andy. Hey, great. Ooh, unbelievable. We're going to do big things. But secretly behind the scenes, I know what he's telling his defense. For fact.
So answer me this. What did Andy Reid see up close and personal at Foxborough one Sunday night this football season, week 6 of this season? What did he see in the fourth quarter up close and personal? He could reach out and touch it right before his very eyes. He watched 41-year-old Tom Brady throw for 182 yards in the fourth quarter and outgun his kid and win the fourth quarter 18-16 after his kid had brought them all the way back to a 33-30 lead in the fourth quarter. That's pretty special. And I just don't think Andy Reid needed to lie at this point. He didn't need to.
So Coach Belichick tells it. So all coaches tell the truth.
We're talking about Andy Reid, who's cut from very different cloth.
So Andy Reid has never lied.
I don't know if he has or not. I haven't really thought about it, but he's he's more of a gentle soul than Bill Belichick.
Is he a coach?
Yeah, but all he was doing was stating the obvious truth that you can't see because you're blinded by your Brady hate.
But I'm just trying.
You keep seeing mirages of decline and regression and aging because you've dug in that he's about to fall off the cliff.
Let me ask you this.
And he's not.
But why didn't you make that point? He threw for this many yards against Tennessee.
Well, again, they all lose games. Okay, let's talk about.
They all win games.
Let's put it in this perspective. Let's keep it in the perspective of what happened this year. I thought he had an MVP season because of degree of difficulty. It was the greatest he's ever faced in his 19 years with Bill Belichick. Because I think even you agree, Bill Belichick provided him with the worst supporting cast he's ever had as far as the worst defense he's ever been strapped with and the worst receiving core he's ever had. And they did have Josh Gordon, and I give Belichick props for going out and taking the flyer on Josh Gordon, and it lasted for 11 games. And we both agreed for the first 4 or 5, he didn't really look like Josh Gordon. No. He started to get a hold of it in about the 5th or 6th game, and that could have really helped this coming Sunday night at Kansas City to have that guy. But he doesn't have that guy, and the defense has often been pathetically, shockingly bad, and it's hard to overcome that when you don't have a Travis Kelce, and you don't have a Tyreek, and you don't have a Sammy Watkins. You don't have any of those guys.
But when Tom Brady was throwing to a prime Rob Gronkowski, you didn't say that about any other quarterbacks. They did what they didn't have. You only make that excuse for Tom Brady. Why?
We're just talking about this year, this guy, what he did this year. All I know is you keep harping on he made one mistake. He was trying to do too much at the end of the half. But what happened in the game? Because if we look at the full circle of the game at Miami, remember, that was December 9th. It's the turning point moment of the AFC bracket of the playoffs because Tom Brady had his best game statistically of the season. And he throws for 358 yards and 3 touchdowns, has a QBR of 88. And trust me, factored into the QBR scale, 0 to 100, is the fact that he screwed up at the end and they just ran out of time because he was trying to do too much. But still, he overcame that. And in 82-degree weather in Miami, where he had lost 4 of his last 5 games, he put them in position to be up 33-28 with 7 seconds left, and the Dolphins are 69 yards away from their goal line.
Okay.
And that's 69 yards away from having the AFC Championship game this Sunday night in Foxborough versus Kansas City in sub-0 degree weather, right?
Yeah.
It could be in Foxborough, but it's in Kansas City because of what happened in the last 7 seconds in 82-degree weather in Miami. That's the whole turning point of the playoffs. Tom Brady cannot be faulted for that because he put the team in position with, you could argue, his best game of the year to be the #1 seed in the AFC. They had reservations for 53 at your restaurant that night.
Yes.
53, except the coach, I don't know what the coach is doing. He put Rob Gronkowski in to defend a Hail Mary from 69 yards away.
Okay, help me understand this. So why is it that when opposing team quarterbacks put their team in position to win? Hold on, wait a minute.
We're just talking about Tom Brady. I don't know.
Just hear me out. I just want you to hear me out. When other quarterbacks put their team in position to win, and then Tom Brady comes on the field, you don't say anything about the opposing defense let their quarterback down. See, it's only the defenses let Tom Brady down. Why is that?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know because Tom Brady's that good. He's just too good. Okay, but he's done it at the highest level in Super Bowl.
The excuses that you make, because see, again, if he loses a game, if the Patriots lose a game, the defense lets him down. He doesn't have a Travis Kelce. He doesn't have an Antonio Brown. Why is it that you do that when he loses? Okay,
he lost some games, but he also put them in position to be the #1 seed.
But Skip,
how do you do that? Do you understand what an achievement that is for a 41-year-old quarterback?
If you don't mind me asking.
It's sensational. It's truly, on degree of difficulty, it's the MVP year. It was much harder for Brady to put his team in that position than for Patrick Mahomes with all those weapons to put his team in.
Again, it's all the weapons. You make every excuse.
Does Tom Brady have any weapon right now? What is he doing?
He's
throwing to 32-year-old Julian Edelman. That's it.
Skip.
Chris Hogan?
He's throwing to the same guys that he wins with, and that when he loses.
Once upon a time, he had the most dominating tight end in the history of the National Football League.
But you never said anything about that.
We're talking about this year. We're talking about decline. We're talking about aging. We're talking about Father Time tapping you on the shoulder. And all I saw against the Chargers Sunday in Foxborough, I saw him be better than ever. Wait a second. I'm just doing eye test. Did his velocity look as hot as we've ever seen it? What about his accuracy? What about his feel for the game? What about his reading? What about his anticipation? He has never been better than he was against the Chargers. That was your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, it was.
You loved him. You picked him to win the game.
So let me ask you a question. So he threw for what, 300? He was 34 of 44.
343.
For 343.
Yeah, QBR of 87.
QBR of 87.
Yeah.
And he's throwing up to a broken down Rob Gronkowski.
It's just sensational.
Let me finish, Skip.
I love it. Keep going.
He's throwing to a 32-year-old Julian Edelman, who you say is like, he's throwing to a Chris Hogan that you told me a couple of weeks ago. He had gone 5 games and only had 3 targets. Now,
throwing Philip Dorsett. Considered a bust in Indianapolis. Thank you.
He had one of his best games, but when he lost to Tennessee, or when he lost to Detroit, all you did was make excuses and says, who is he throwing to, Shannon? Why don't you make those same excuses for other quarterbacks, is my point.
There were games on the road where he just couldn't overcome how bad his defense was. Well, you realize
it's his defense fault.
You realize Mariota torched the defense. You realize at Detroit, Matthew Stafford torched the defense. You realize at Jacksonville.
What about Tom Brady?
Threw for 376.
What about Tom Brady scoring 10 points?
Okay, they're all going to have bad games and lose some games. Okay, but who was in position to have the 1 seed? How great is that? How great is that?
Hold on. Didn't Mahomes put them in front? So the Kansas City was in position.
Okay, how about these games? Head-to-head against, let's take Aaron Rodgers. Who won that game? Tom Brady outdueled Aaron Rodgers head-to-head.
Name the team that's in the playoffs that he beat.
How about Patrick Mahomes head-to-head? He outdueled him. The 41-year-old outdueled. How about, let's do Jenny's guy, Kirk Cousins. What happened in that game? Tom Brady got the best of Kirk Cousins. How about Deshaun Watson? How about that game? Wait a second. How about this game? This just got swept under the carpet. Tom Brady took the Patriots to Chicago against the #1 scoring defense and hung 38 on them at home. That was their only home loss. And by far the most points the Chicago Bears gave up all year, 38 to Tom Brady. That's sensational.
And he was throwing to who? Wow. So, okay, he hung 37 on
he's throwing to who is right.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, that's my point. He hung 38 on the #1 scoring defense, but he got 10 against Detroit. Why? He got 10 against Tennessee. Why? He got 10 against these other Jacksonville. Why?
Okay, do you want me to start in on Aaron Rodgers' bad games?
This is not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not in the playoffs. We're talking about Tom Brady.
Wait a second. Aaron Rodgers is much younger, and you say he's transcended the greatest thrower in the football ever. His team went 6-9-1 this year. They all lose some games.
No.
Yes.
They do lose games, but I'm talking about the excuses you make when Tom Brady loses.
He's got nothing. If we compare his supporting cast to all the other teams.
Why does he have nothing when he loses?
He's got nothing because of Bill Belichick. Thank you.
See,
okay?
Now he has nothing.
He actually had an MVP year this year.
No, he did not.
Give him credit. And Andy Reid is speaking the obvious truth that what does your eye test tell you? You came in and sat here on Monday morning and you said, that was virtuoso.
It was.
Okay, so how do you do that if you've regressed, if you've declined, if age has eaten away at your accuracy and your velocity?
Let me ask you a question and be honest. Be 1,000% honest. Take the top 25 quarterbacks in the NFL. If you do not pressure them and you do not reroute their receivers, how many guys of the top 25 quarterbacks currently playing could do what Tom Brady did on Sunday?
Against the Chargers?
Against the Chargers.
Oh, maybe 3? Seriously. Maybe 3? In a playoff game?
Skip.
The Chargers came in hot. They were 8-1 on the road. 8-1.
Skip.
And the one road game was a home away from home game. It was in the Coliseum here in L.A.
So
sensational.
So you're telling me of the top 25 quarterbacks, if you do not...
do you know how much talent is on the Chargers defense?
Skip, they didn't hit Tom Brady but once.
Okay, yeah, but again, he gets rid of the football quickly and accurately, and he reads faster than anybody playing the game right now. He speed reads, and that's Andy Reid's point is not only is he 41, but he's got 41 years of experience that others don't have.
Okay, he's speed reading.
Did you ever see him quicker with the ball than he was Sunday?
Okay, why? So
you can't get to him because the ball is out.
Okay, so why did he lose to Tennessee again? Well, he speed reads.
They all lose. You know, they all lose games.
Oh, so you see what happens when they put Tom Brady on his butt or they rerouted
Who should have been the #1 seed? Help me out. What do you think?
Kansas City.
Oh, stop it.
Kansas City.
Okay, whose fault was it that the Miami Miracle happened to the New England Patriots? Whose fault?
Skip, that's one game.
What about the other 15? It was the game.
No, it was not.
It was the game.
Well,
they're in position. If the deal gets closed, we're having a different conversation.
Well, if you close the deal against Detroit, if you close the deal against Tennessee, if you close the deal against Detroit,
your hands right now saying they can't. Kansas City can't beat them in Foxborough.
But the thing is, Skip, is that you take one game, but it's always Coach Belichick's defense.
The 9th.
It's Belichick's defense.
It's coming.
So the games in September, October, November, they don't matter.
Well, this one really matters.
Skip, there's one game.
All the way
Skip,
back.
there's one game.
Yeah. So they had their glitches. They had their yeah. But I showed you against all the big name quarterbacks who rose and shone. Who showed you? It's the 41-year-old every time.
Rich Gannon or Brad Johnson.
We know he's going to rise and shine. But I want to know why he didn't rise and shine against Mariota and Barnes and Matthew Stafford. We know he's going to get up for Andrew Luck and Aaron Rodgers and the up-and-comer.
Do you want me to start in on Mahomes in prime time? Do you want me to start?
This is about Brady.
9 games.
50 and 20. All I know is 50 and 20. That's all I know, Skip, man. 50 and 20.
I can start picking it apart. Well, why did Patrick Mahomes throw those 2 first-half interceptions at New England? Because they all do. They all have some bad
No. I don't make it. When Pat Mahomes threw a pick, he threw a pick. I don't say, well, this guy, the defense let him down. The man is playing with the worst defense in football.
Boy, Brady was flinching and ducking.